Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am just popping on here for a moment because I said that I was going to do just that. I was going to start getting my content together. I am still moving. I'm setting up my office slash studio right now. So I've got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to get done. I'm going to tell you, moving is no joke, okay? Moving is no joke. It's a process. Well, first of all, I want to say good morning to everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to also say that I am back at it. I have been on vacation since the holiday trying to move and get ready. I'm going to tell you, I've been going around here. I got to bless my place too. I've yet to bless my place, but I got to bless my place. Because, honey, it's been a blessing to be here. I felt like I was stagnated in my other place. And I felt like I was stagnated. This is what this goes to. And not only did I feel like I was stagnated and I had to move, this housing market is no joke, okay? It is no joke at all. So I've been looking, I'm going to tell a story about this whole thing. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a podcast, but I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about why I am so grateful. I want to just tell you guys a little bit of this. A little bit about why I am so grateful. So let me just stop here for a minute. Let me see if I can get this camera right on me. Am I getting it right? Whatever. But the reason why I'm so grateful about being able to be into this space. Oh, maybe that's better. Okay, maybe that's better. Is because I've gone to two real estate agents and 4 mortgage reps. I found the place that I want. One day I went out, I was like, I'm getting the place today. So I put 3 bids. Well, I was going to put 3 bids on it. By the time I got home, to reach out to the mortgage rep, which I had to let go. But one was gone, and one, when I found out what the price was, it didn't happen. Right, and then this one right here. I came here, I fell in love with this place. I really did. It was just enough space for me. So I did the inspection. And this is just a long story short, I did the inspection. I did the inspection, and then I did the appraisal. And then it went to the title company, and coming to find out it was a fraudulent deed. Okay. So I had spent my money in the inspection and in the I spent my inspection and the my money on inspection and appraisal, and so I just didn't want to get that lost. So they told me, if you could find the family because they're in probate, then that may be a way for you to find a house. I looked high and I looked low, and I found something. I found the family. I got a bead on them, and I contacted them, and it's been a fight ever since. But I'm just going to tell you something. I'm here now, and I thank God for it so much. And I know my mom and daddy in heaven was looking out for me. But if there is something that you want, I'm going to tell you this. I can't tell you so many people said, "Oh, Kim, if it was God, God wouldn't want you to do anything that is not a blessing of you. It's going to be hard. If it's hard, it's not of God." Don't believe that. Don't believe the hype, okay? Because one thing about it is that God imbues into you everything. We are all made in the image of God, okay? For those who are believer in the said and said God, okay? So sometimes God puts you in predicaments and everything where there is conflict, there is confrontation, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I'm gonna tell you something: if it wasn't for conflict and confrontation, then we wouldn't be free. So let's just go back to the slave days. All right. So when they was out there in the field and everything, the master said, well, you need to be out here. Tell me this. Would you say then, oh, because being breaking free from being a slave, God didn't want you to be like that. He did. If it was going to be this hard, he wouldn't have put that in front of you. Heck no. So you don't never believe that. Let me just tell you, this has been a blessing for me. I had came in to my apartment, and it was 750 square feet. Okay. And I was busting out of that apartment, but I had my daughter had went to go work on her doctor's degree. She had got a fellowship. So, I needed to move. I lived at that time in Belleville, worked in Grosse Pointe. For anybody who knows Michigan, and my parents were in Southfield, and they needed me. You know what I mean? They needed me to be close. So, but I grew out of that place. And especially when I started selling insurance, I grew out of that place because the thing about it is that you got so much paraphernalia. If I could just show you, I mean, I don't know if you can see all these boxes and stuff like that, but there's a lot of paraphernalia and a lot of materials that you have to have. So I'm just going to tell you that when it comes down to it, I have been just thanking God for the place and the space that I'm in. I fought like David and Goliath for this place. Do you understand me? I had some great people in it, but most of all, I believed in God. And I ain't gonna say that it was easy. All right. I mean, ain't gonna say I had no doubts. I ain't gonna say that, it wasn't frustrating. Because one time I had gotten so mad. I mean, and anybody that knows me knows that I'm a spicy little thing, okay? But I had gotten so mad one day, I had made myself sick. And I had to go lay down because I actually felt nauseous. I was so angry because of how all this stuff is going. It's a lot of different things that have happened in 2023 that has gotten me to this point. I really believe that in all actuality, I still got some comments here. I'm new to this thing, so I don't know. Good morning, Toya. I love you, sis. Thank you so much. It's a lot of stuff that brought me to here. I've had a lot going on, health wise, family wise, and things of that sort. In all actuality, I cut a lot of people out of my life, and a lot of people fell out of my life. Matter of fact, thank you, sis. Matter of fact, my realtor and everything, who was my first realtor, was my longtime friend. I'm still waiting on text messages and callbacks from him, which I have not received. I happened to see his niece. It's funny how you can see how God works. I had we were moving, my daughter and I were moving. I was hungry, so I said she'd already ate, and we were going to eat dinner later. So I said, let me order some DoorDash. I said, oh, this is my friend's niece. I said, so, I said, that's her name. I said, I wonder what he's doing. I haven't heard from him. I said, I'm going to have to reach out. So when I went to go reach out later, and that was his niece that actually delivered my order. When I went to reach out to him later on, he had unfriended me. Okay. And there was some delays. I'm not going to mention any names or anything else, but it was delays. There were houses I sent, didn't get any response or whatever. And I believe in keeping my business with my people and the people that I know. Okay. I really do. And so he unfriended me. And I couldn't believe that. You know what I mean? But then I said to myself, sometimes, God takes people out of your lives for a reason. I had a coworker and everything that we hadn't talked. We hadn't talked over a week, and and I was going through my own thing. I ain't gonna say that I wasn't, but anyway, she had called me and had just went off on me, just off the rip, and I was just like, oh, okay, because I hadn't called. All right, so my contention is, I know you still trying to get that monkey off your back, Latoya. I know you are, and so basically, I had I had said, if I hadn't had got all that noise out of my life, um, it's like, I'm just gonna tell you this. In 2023, it was like a whole lot of people coming at me, and it was a one time where I will get back at some people. Okay, you ain't getting ready to say anything to me, but to be honest with you, with my mother and my father passing, and I mean, my mother passed, my dad might as well have went right there in that day, because who honey, he wasn't for long for this earth. As a matter of fact, he hasted his death along. But that's hard when you lose parents like that, right? So I ain't had no fight in me, a whole lot of fight. And then I had to deal with my dad and everything. He was just inconsolable, angry, cantankerous. He just wasn't happy. Okay. And then I had to work too, and then, try to help him with all his issues, because then it was almost like I had a dependent in a way. But so many people kept coming at me. I mean, when I say coming at me, he did do me a favor by unfriending me. That's the truth. But and then had borrowed money from me and everything else was just and I didn't mind. Even though I felt like the way that he had came at me and everything, when people borrowing money from you, especially substantial amounts, do you think people just supposed to hit you up on text message and say, hey, can I hold this, that, and the other? I mean, to me, that's like a phone call, right? Hi, how are you doing? Da 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 da. This is what I need or whatever. I just think that's how I was raised. I don't know. But I think a lot of times when people are in, oh no, he wanted to pay me back, Victoria. He did. He did pay me back. But at first, when I told him what I was going through, because at that time I was in the throes, I was off work and I was in the throes of medical conditions, and I told him I don't know what I'm facing with medical things, so make sure I have my money on time. Then he gonna tell me that it was gonna be delayed. I just don't get people. But back to what I was saying and everything is that people kept coming at me and this, that, and the other. And then um, I had a cousin who still reaches out to me today, to this day, and says, call me, da 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 da. Call you for what? Call you for what? When at the worst time of my life, when my mama had died and my dad had died, people would sure gave me double to kiss. Okay. It was one time I would have gotten honest, but now I just take it all in stride. I ain't got room to fight for that stuff, and I'm not trying to hear that noise. Okay, I ain't trying to hear that noise for one reason. I got other shit to do. I'm gonna worry about Kim. Okay, my fault. I had allowed myself to get engaged in a whole lot of stuff that I didn't need to be engaged in, but now I'm no more. Okay, and I have been able to do so much more because of it. So when I say I have been thanking God, I'm gonna tell you I have been thanking God. Matter of fact, today I haven't got a chance to pray over my place, but I'm gonna pray over my place. I'm going to get that. I'm gonna open up some windows in here while I'm praying and whatever's left. Because the lady here, just to tell you what happened, just a little bit, what happened with the fraudulent deed is, and how it was a fraud, and just so that you know. So watch people, okay? Watch people. The lady who lived here died, okay? She passed away, all right? She was at one time a postmaster. She was high ranking official in the post office. She had a co-worker turned friend. Co-worker turned friend. For the most part, it's alleged because we haven't gotten that. It hasn't all done in court, in the court of law, right? But she had a co-worker turned friend, and that co-worker, when she died, not even 8 hours later, she went quit claim deed to her place. Sure did. So anyway, the nieces ended up getting it, and we went from there. But I just wanted to give a little story time today and tell you what I've been up to. I've been off work, so I got to get to my people. I got to get me some. I know, Latoya, wow, wasn't that a trip? But my realtor and I, this thing was way more than what you even expected to be. I mean, for real, these people were ruthless, and I can't wait to be able to. So I'm going to come on with my realtor one day, and we're going to actually do a podcast and talk about that. And so people will know what to do and to keep themselves from becoming victim to this. There are so many people. When I went through this, I can't, well, first of all, my mortgage people and them, they said they really had dealt with anything to this level. However, the title company did say there is a lot of fraudulent deed stuff going on. They say that it is so fraudulent now, okay, that you need to have title insurance. They said you could be living in your house for 10 to 15 years, okay? And somebody come knock and say, hey, this is our house, you're going to have to vacate. Because somehow they don't got your title and all the rest of that. So I don't know how all this is happening. But it is. But I'm going to go on because people need to know about what's going on. You need to know how to protect yourself and things of that sort. And so perhaps my experience may benefit you guys. I don't know. It may, but one thing for sure, when it comes down to it, it is Latoya. Hi, Brenda. Happy New Year. Oh, Brenda, I love you so much. I tell you the truth. Happy New Year from the UK. Hi, Brenda. Latoya, did you see on the news where somebody stole this lady's driveway and she had just put up her house for sale? No, I didn't. I didn't. But yes, I'm telling you, people are out here. They are crooks. When I say they are crooks, these people are, really crooks. I'm telling you. And then we had went to court twice with this thing, and they still held the deed hostage. Allegedly the so-called friend, while she was in the hospital, all right, um told her she would stay at her house, came in here and took everything from the nieces. Okay. Everything from the nieces. It was just a trip. So you have to be, yeah, send it to me, Latoya. I want to see that. Yeah, so you really have to be careful of what you're doing nowadays. You really have to be careful. And you all, if you could click like too, I'm still new to this thing. I forget about that. Yeah, but you have to really be careful. So I haven't blessed my place yet, but I'm gonna bless it. It's been a lot going on in this place. Okay, so I'm gonna be opening windows, and while I'm praying, I'm asking Lord to remove all the stuff and let it fly out the window, whatever remaining from this house. It doesn't seek me or mine any good, honey. Because I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna do some things in here. Plus, I'm gonna have to work my A double off because I got real bills now. Okay, and it's just me. Anyway, hold on one second, you all. I want to can you go on mute just 1 second. Let me catch this.
Reconfirming for tomorrow that we're going to be in Southfield about 9:30.
Sounds good. I'll see you guys then.
Oh, okay, thanks, honey.
Thank you, Nettie. Bye-bye. Okay, you all, I'm so sorry. That was my movies. Let me tell you something else too. Okay. Now I don't know if anybody know, but I am I suffer from RA. It's getting better. And then I need some knee replacements. So I had got all the big stuff moved, right? And then I went home. I said, I move the rest of the little stuff my own self. I got into all that stuff, and I was like, oh, heck no. And then I got to really get back to work too, because work is calling on me, and we still are in open enrollment. We still got a busy period. And so when I looked at that, I called the movers again. I was just like, I can't do it, and I'm old and I'm tired, and just a tri-level. It'd be different if everything was on 1 floor, but it's a tri-level, and then all up and down these stairs all doggone time. Sister can't do all that. And then my cat seems to want to race with me. I don't know. He never dealt with no steps really. Okay. So every time I hit the steps, he got to hit the steps with me. Okay. And me and him gonna have an understanding because he gonna kill his mama. Okay. I need one of them buttons. Help I falling and I can't get up. My daughter really want me to have that anyway because she thinks evidently that I'm older than what I really am. Yes, it's good to see you too. On a short break for the moment. Okay, Brendan, I heard about the stolen driveway last week. How is that a stolen driveway? How can somebody just steal a driveway? I don't understand that. But anyway, I'm gonna get up from here and I'm gonna tell you guys thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all, and I'm gonna start getting on here more and more. I just wanted to pop on today as I was getting my stuff together. I gotta make a call. I got some sausage in there. And so I'm going to eat my breakfast, have breakfast of champion sausage and some Cheerios. Anyway, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to do my little bit of meditation real quick before I get my day started. I always want to start it off with thanks and gratitude. Everyone be safe and talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.